kind of interesting that we're vibing like this because real good boy of mine. I mean, love the hell out of the dude.
Yeah.
But one of the things he's been afflicted with is narcissistic personality disorder.
Yeah.
The other one is pathological lying. Which you pair those you pair those two and it creates kind of a very hard
like a movie script
surface to kind of penetrate through if you're trying to reach someone,
Right.
So from what you took the time to kind of learn about yourself, like how do you approach someone with that situation, and how do you keep that inside check personally?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because like everything is kind of new because I barely like started doing research like basically like since like August of last year.
Yeah.
But luckily, like my ex-girlfriend, a lot of things she would say, like I don't know. I think it's like the dynamic with my parents realizing like that wasn't healthy. Like learn later on in life, and all my siblings like kind of agreeing, everybody like dealing with their own issues, and like we all have like there's like the lingering effects of like how our parents' dynamic was because they recently separated, and like how they dealt with things wasn't as healthy as it could have been.
Sure.
So, and that has affected like probably all relationships, like when it comes to the opposite sex or whatever. And with my ex-girlfriend, I told her I would be really open and assertive. I'm like, yo, because I remember one time like we had an argument in the car. And I was like, she was like, just leave. Like, get out of the car, just go home. And I live like 3 blocks away. But in my head, I'm like, I can't be my dad. Because my dad was like, if they would have arguments, he would just leave. And I was like, let's talk. Let's just get through it and talk about it. And then I found, and we talked about it. And then my girlfriend, my ex, appreciated more. And I told her, I was like, well, we got to make the appropriate steps. But for me, I always wanted to go to counseling and therapy. Because like I major in social psychology. So like, I'm already like open to doing that. So
yeah. Okay, so I mean, I know it's a process. That's basically what I'm hearing. Like it's a process. It takes steps. But when, as far as like I'm concerned, and I could be misdiagnosing, so let me know if I'm wrong. When you have narcissistic personality disorder, you basically it's an extreme form of selfishness, right? You're like very kind of self-centered.
Kind of. I mean, everybody's different. What I learned from my counselor is like everybody's different. Like and also like it impacts like who your parents were, where you come from, like
sure, those are all contributing factors,
right?
But like the behavior itself, like the personal behavior, like if you're a narcissist, like that would be like probably not considering other people's
right,
and obviously if you got parents and they're not considering your own feelings, and you got a house that's torn and you feel like, hey, I never had a real chance to voice my opinion on the way things are gonna go. That could contribute into exhibiting some of those own behaviors in your own personal life. I mean, we learn from our environments, right?
Right.
You were older though when your parents split, right?
Yeah, but it's just how how everything happened was just like a lot of like their relationship is really like unorthodox per se. Like they're two different people, but they match. It's weird. Like, what's my dad? Like he's born December 8th. I don't know what his zodiac sign is.
He's a...
Is that a Sag or...
That's a Sagittarius. He's not a Capricorn, I don't think.
Okay, because my mom, she's born February 1st, so...
Your mom's an Aquarius.
I don't know how that dynamic is. So, and it's like and also me and my siblings are all different signs.
What sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Me too, yeah.
Okay, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, dope. See, that's like my ex-girlfriend was a Pisces. So it's like we clicked, but at the same time, we totally different people. So it was like a weird dynamic on how things work. But... I'm glad, but it's weird because my parents, even though they're faulty, like they had a faulty relationship and stuff, it's like they still supported us, but it was like kind of maybe like not in the best emotional sense to the point where like it does good, but there'd be moments where it's like like we don't know how to communicate emotionally, and then I just like and that gets in the way of a lot of things in life, and that's why I learned and stuff.
Right, and being an artist, I think that you have to be a little bit sensitive, otherwise, like you're gonna make very generic music if you're not in tune to like what you're feeling.
And I think
so you probably internalize a lot of your feelings and project it into music when you're creating. But when you're not creating, I bet there's a gap there. Like there's like there's a thin line between genius and insanity.
Oh yeah.
And you're not expressing that the artistic nature. It could really kind of take you to dark places.
No, exactly. Like, it's crazy because how I like. It doesn't like for me. It doesn't turn off because like since I do music and like whatever I'm such a product of the culture. Like whatever I do is related to music. I remember someone was like, "Yo, do you ever take a break from music?" And I was like, "I can't." And they was like, "What do you mean can't?" I was like, "Yo, if I play NBA 2K, it's playing music I like. If I design some clothes, it reminds me of a Master P brand. Like it's like it's different. There's so much things that
I have you and I have similar personality and